And cue wacky intro. No? It's not ready. Okay. It's Snookered. Okay guys, welcome back down to another episode of Snookered. Can't believe how much interest and love there's been shown for the previous episodes of this. Just thought this would be a one-off, but so many of you have an interest in how to lay snookers, how to get out snookers, so let's get stuck into it. I like to throw the balls around the table. Wherever they finish is where we're going to play from. I shall just fetch the green out and I'll put the green on its spot. If you haven't seen this before, guys, this is where I give myself 15 minutes to get myself into as many snookers as I possibly can and to talk you through how I get myself out of them. We've got 15 minutes on the clock, please. Thank you very much. And the time will start when I strike the cue ball. And try and knock the red up and down the table and get in behind the yellow and the blue. Now, how did I do? Well, I had the snooker for quite a long time there, but I've ended up leaving the red. Now, I'm going to play the red twice across. I'm going to try and knock the cue ball back up into this corner, hopefully using green or brown as a bit of a guard here. I think this is a really good routine, you know, to practice in your club, because I think this is a part of the game that, you know, people just don't spend any time on. Don't want that red in the pocket. Now, don't get me wrong. I think if you go in your club and start throwing balls around the table, maybe the owner of the club might come and have a word with you. But, you know, you can just mess the table up. You don't have to throw it round like I did. But it's that kind of thing, isn't it? This actually represents and looks like the end of a lot of frames of snooker. But as I say, this is a part of the game that people seldom practice. There aren't many players who practice this at all, not even professionals. And you can really tell the difference. You think about someone like a Mark Selby or a John Higgins. I know for a fact that Mark Selby does this kind of practice routine. And how good is he at getting snookers? Not much to do here. Just knock the red full in the face, just past the middle. Might even squeeze in behind the pink or the blue. Up there somewhere. It has gone in behind the blue. It's gone in behind the yellow. And I think I've got the snooker. Sometimes you don't have to be ultra specific with these shots. Sometimes just somewhere in that general area. I'm going to try and come off the ball cushion here. Just glide past the red, clip it, and hopefully get the snooker behind the yellow. Don't want to hit this red too thick. Just clip it there where you could see what I was trying to do. I was just trying to make the cue ball go there. I'm, you know, a ball and a half away from being perfect. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to play my next shot from behind the yellow if I get this right. Don't want that red going too far. And really good tip now, and it's surprising that this hasn't come up already in some of the previous episodes. When you are laying snookers, whatever ball you're using, the red or whatever ball it might be, if you can keep it in the middle of the table, and by that I mean away from a cushion, doesn't have to be the middle of the table by the blue spot, but you know, if you can keep it away from a cushion, you're going to make that escape for your opponent so much more difficult. If your object ball that you're trying to hit is near a cushion, finding your way round to any particular point of a cushion is actually fairly straightforward with enough attempts. But trying to hit a red or an object ball of any colour when it's out in the open, that's actually quite tricky, as I'm about to demonstrate. That said, I can go off the ball cushion, just off the side cushion there, and hopefully hit that red with not too much difficulty. You've just got to try and judge the slide off this cushion. It's not going to come off at perfectly the same angle as it's going on. So I've just got to judge that. I'm going to start there and see how we do. 1, 2, and in. Well, for a first attempt, I'm going to take that. That was pretty good. Okay. So that's one down. I'm going to try now to knock the red up and down the table and send that cue ball in behind the black. Don't want the double kiss. Red up the table. Cue ball in behind the black. How did we do for the snooker? Oh, I think, you know, that red has just clipped the blue and that's just spoilt things ever so slightly. That was a shame because that was a good shot. Good chance here though to get behind the black again though. Off the right hand side of the red and back down in behind the black. Doesn't want to go in the pocket. As long as it doesn't go in the pocket, don't go in the pocket, don't go in the pocket, don't go in the pocket! Oh, dear me. Don't go in the pocket, I said. Anywhere but in the pocket. These balls used to listen to me. Right. I'm gutted about that because that was a really good shot. Anywhere but in the pocket, and I'd snookered my opponent on the red full ball behind the black. Why did you do that? Goodness. Right, before I completely lose my marbles, what am I going to play here? I wonder if I can just play this. This is like an old billiard shot. Play the red softly off the side cushion past the pink. Don't worry about me knocking the red. And I'm going to play the cue ball with drag and left-hand side. Now, because I'm using the spotted cue ball for this demo, you're going to see that spin take effect. And as the red passes the pink, I want the cue ball to come off the cushion. It won't take its natural path because of the side spin, and that side spin, hopefully, will turn the cue ball in behind that pink. Now, this is very, very difficult. Watch the cue ball spin. Still spinning. That was a good shot. That was a much better shot than it looked. You wouldn't think the escape off the side cushion would be too difficult, except to say that it's always that little bit trickier when the first leg of the escape from A to B is shorter than B to C. When that first escape route is the shorter leg, for some reason, I think it always makes the escape that little bit more difficult. That said, this shouldn't be particularly taxing. So we're just off there with no heroics. Remember that as well as a little tip. If you don't have to smash the balls around the table, don't. Because you just bring in luck and chance into the equation, which, you know, sometimes is okay. Lots of players have, you know, had great results using good old-fashioned lady luck. But if you can control the situation, if you can accurately predict where the balls are going to finish using skill and experience, that's better than just smashing them around the table. Right, I'm going to play quite a tricky shot again here. This is another sort of billiards style shot. And I guess whilst I'm giving out tips, which of course is the whole point of this video, one of the tips that I would give you as you're trying to become a better player at seeking for snookers and learning how to spin that cue ball and have it travel around the table in a controllable way, billiards should be high up your list. Take yourself off and have a game of billiards and try and learn how to play that wonderful game. And you will certainly learn a lot more about controlling that cue ball and how to get it into places. A soft stun off the red this time onto the black cushion with right hand side in behind the black is unmissable for a billiards player, which I'm not. But I can see the shot, red on and off the cushion, will finish out here somewhere. Cue ball, meanwhile, off the cushion, that right hand side. Watch the spots on the cue ball. Should take the cue ball in behind the black or thereabouts. You can see the cue ball spinning, and I've got the shot completely wrong. But I'm not a billiards player. I did grow up playing quite a lot of billiards. Not that you would know from that shot. Okay. Red off the side cushion to the black cushion. Cue ball up behind yellow and blue somewhere. Again, not being too specific about it. I've completely broken all my rules about keeping the object ball away from a cushion. If this red were near the pink spot, for instance, it would be much more difficult to hit. The fact that I can just swerve around the yellow and almost hit anywhere on that cushion or the red makes that swerve, you know, pretty much unmissable. Okay, now, how are we going to get the snooker this time? This is quite an awkward one. Anytime those balls finish close together like that, this is an awkward situation. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to just try running that red into the brown, dead weight, and gliding in behind the green. Don't know how this is going to work out. Well, I didn't hit the red onto the brown. In fact, I nearly potted the red. That was a strange one. Okay. It's going to be very difficult to keep the red out this time, so I'm just going to move the red. Again, just totally random place, and we'll play on. No point me potting the red, that's not what we're here for. I'm going to try and come off the right-hand side of the red as I look, left-hand side for you, and naturally in behind the black. It's about half ball. Just got that a bit wrong. I think I got that slightly too thin, maybe, not sure, slightly too thin or thick. Again, try and head into the yellow corner of the table here. Use the yellow and blue. Got to get very close to missing that red. Yeah, I just got the red too thick, didn't I? Really had to almost miss that red to get over here. And now this is getting quite hard. This is finished in a tough position to get snookers. Played to overcut the red on and off the side cushion. Again, get that cue ball up somewhere towards the blue and the yellow. Don't really know how this is going to finish. Don't want it in the pocket. Hit the yellow. I think it was going close to the corner pocket actually. That yellow has actually rescued me. I've got a chance here to sneak in behind the black, but it's very, very high tariff. In behind the black. Go on, get in behind the black. Get in behind the black. Oh, you know, that's a good shot. That wasn't easy at all. Very, very unlucky there because the cannon the red has made on the colours up here has actually nudged it that far wide. It's actually a pretty straightforward swerve, I think. Yeah, it is. If I hadn't got that cannon on the brown, I think it was, this swerve, which is pretty much unmissable, wouldn't have been on. You do always need that little bit of luck on your side as well, playing this game. Right, how do we use as many of those balls to our advantage here as possible? I'm going to hit this red, not too hard. I'm going to leave the cue ball where the red is and try and use the yellow, blue and pink as potential snookering balls. I think that bump on the middle pocket has just spoilt things there. I actually thought the red was going to run into the side cushion, so it was a bit of a misjudgment actually. I thought that red was going to go more this way. When the cushion would have killed the pace, red would have finished out here somewhere. That's what I thought was going to happen. Anyway, again, overcut the red, side cushion first, send that cue ball up and down the table in behind the yellow. It's not far off, that red's running loose. Need the cue ball to travel here. It's a great line. Need it to travel, get in behind the yellow, and it has. That was a good shot because you can see where the red finished. That red would have been left on for my opponent to maybe step in and finish the frame off. Quite high risk. Now, I've got the one cushion escape, so I'm going to use it. Shouldn't miss this red. Nice and easy off the side cushion. And I have missed it. That's incredible how far that cue ball has slid off that side cushion. Okay, so I'll make the adjustment, come back a bit further up the cushion this time. This is quite high up that cushion for this type of shot, but you can see that ball, well, I was going to say you can see it sliding off the cushion. That's gone inside the red. Goodness me, making me look very silly here. Okay, let's actually put some effort into trying to hit this red. A minute ago I said this was a fairly simple escape, didn't I? Okay, off the side cushion, hit the red. Let's have another go. Take three. Doesn't that just show you, if you don't give these shots the attention they deserve, they can bite you. That really was a straightforward shot that I've messed up there. Okay, I'm going to try something fancy here. Red across the table, cue ball with a bit of check side, off the side cushion and in behind the black. Let's see if we can get this right. Off the side cushion, over there in behind the black. Oh, that was very, very close. I think my opponent's heart would have been in their mouth for a moment there. Oh, that was very, very close. I'm going to try off the right-hand side of the red this time and get in behind the black again. If I could get that cue ball where it is now, goodness me, that would be good. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Yeah, I'm taking that. That's a good shot. This isn't easy to hit at all. I say that, I mean, I can go once across the table. Let's just play that shot. Side cushion, off the other side cushion, and just rest into the red. There's one cushion. Oh, that slipped off that cushion as well. Now, I actually played to hit this side cushion first and hit the red from behind, but it wasn't to be. A little top spin here in behind the pink. Needs to travel, needs to travel. Oh, that's good. This is really, really nasty, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, goodness me. How am I going to get out of this one now? It's nearly touching ball. This is very, very awkward. Oof. Don't like the look of this one. Answers on a post. Oh, well, saved by the bell. There's the timer, guys. I will try and have one go at this just to show you how hard it is to get out of, but I'm really not fancying my chances here at all. I've got to go round the house. I'm going to go 1, 2, miss the green, 3, 4, off the back cushion 5, and hit the red. If I hit this, this could be the best shot of all time. 1, 2, oh no. Straight into the yellow full face. Guys, it wasn't the best shot of all time. In fact, it was possibly one of the worst. But I really enjoy these snookered videos. I hope you do too. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And I'll see you